How long has it been following me? I have seen it. It lingers in the darkness, and it is stalking me. It doesn't seem to know that I am aware of its presence, but I know it is there. It looks like an old man. His skin is dark and blackened and sunken. I can see the bone and sinew beneath its skin. Its hair is a dirty white colour. It is stringy and is matted in sweat and dirt. Its lips are barely there, barely existent on its face. They look like two fine strings of wire. Worst of all is its eyes. They are black, and there is no emotion except for a cruel gleam. Every day, it gets closer and closer to me. It seems like it's trying to get up the courage to do something. Finally, tonight it happened. I was awoken by a horrible, heart-curdling laughter. My eyes snapped to attention as this thing started laughing at me. I'd never heard anything so unsettling in my life. Words cannot describe the sound. Looking around, I realised I was no longer in my nice warm bed, but I was lying on a dirty cement floor. I could feel the coldness of the ground soaking into my body. My limbs started to ache. I scrambled to my feet and I looked around at this new environment. I was in a narrow hallway. The walls were black and seemed to absorb any available light. Even though I was surrounded by darkness, I could still make out my surroundings. Written on the wall in red paint was, "Run, or the old man will get you." Looking closer at the red writing, I concluded that it wasn't paint, but it was blood from some poor soul. A loud cracking sound started reverberating off the walls. I could feel the vibrations of it moving through the rock around me, and I didn't wait any longer. I ran. There was no sense of time in this place, and I need help trying to figure out how long I've been here. I've not felt the urge to eat or drink, and I haven't felt tired at all. All I've been doing is running. The long dark hallways have been twisting and turning in the darkness. Occasionally there is a fork in the pathway, and I am greeted by the same bloody writing on the walls. Run. That dreadful laughter keeps getting closer and closer by the moment. I'm sure that son of a bitch is having a great time stalking me. There is another intersection up ahead. Pausing for a moment to look around, I realise I've seen this path before. Typically, the bloody arrow directs me to the left. Turning my head to the left, a shadow emerged from the darkness. Stringy, dirty white hair materialised along with the rest of its twisted form. Those eyes, they locked onto mine, and the cruelty shined even brighter at me. Those eyes had plans for me. The old man's mouth started to open, and rows of brown stained teeth greeted me. There was a cracking sound as his mouth opened unnaturally. His tongue seemed to linger over his teeth like he was savouring this. He started howling in laughter. It was evil and terrifying. Without waiting any longer, I turned to my right and ran. I could hear him now. He was right behind me. Shit, he's gonna catch me. Turning to the left, then the right, then the left. I didn't care. I needed to get out of there. I needed to escape. For the first time since I was pulled into this place, I was starting to breathe hard. I was labouring for breath. It felt like I was running through a swamp and my legs didn't want to move. The air was thicker here. It was almost like moving through a thick fog. I felt wet from the moisture in the air, or was it the sweat from my own skin? I didn't know. Up ahead I saw it. There was a bright red object coming into focus. Come on legs, keep moving. Move! Move, damn it! The red blob started to twist and take shape. It was a door. Without slowing down, I managed to grab the handle and I slammed it down. My shoulder hit the door painfully. A million sharp needles burst through my arm, causing it to ache. The red door exploded into the night. For the first time in ages, I saw a street light. It was beautiful. The laughter from behind me was replaced by a curdling scream. All the hairs on my body stood up as they assaulted my ears. Without turning around, I kept running. I realised where I was. I was only a few blocks from home. I needed to get home. Passing the dark alleyway, I could hear the old man screaming, "No time to look, just keep running." My home came into sight. Thankfully the lights were on. I jumped onto my porch and for the first time, I turned and looked behind me. In a barren area where there was no light, there was the old man. He was smiling at me. His bony hand lifted slowly from his side and a long, slender finger pointed at me, and he started to laugh. His body began to dissipate into the darkness from where he was born. I no longer leave my house of a night time. I no longer feel safe going into dark rooms alone, and I always leave all the lights on in my house. He lives in the dark corners of our world, waiting for new playthings. He takes pleasure in stalking his victims. So of a night time, don't go out alone. I hope you enjoyed today's lullaby. If you enjoy my content, please like, comment, and subscribe. Looking at the analytics, I see 80% of you are not subscribed to my channel. So, if you enjoy it, please consider subscribing. And remember, keep watching for what's in the dark.